I met Mr. Kelly after my work. My job was causing me to drink. As for him, he could take up the bottle. After a while, he gave me quite the wink. He could sing my grandfather's songs, the ones I requested from deep inside. He probably didn't think I'd realized how much he was looking at my chest, but I guess I hadn't really kept it disguised. In his chair, he was starting to sink, and I asked him if he needed a ride. He claimed that no one was at home, but he didn't like how long it took me to decide. He seemed to know everyone in the place, while I was a stranger and all alone. And I hesitated because to another I'd pledged, and I didn't want to take that too lightly. But closer to me, Mr. Kelly had edged. I went home with Mr. Kelly and braced for the worst. I didn't trust him or my own self. While he began to open yet another bottle, I distracted myself by studying his bookshelf. He pulled one down and said, "This one reminds me of you." I became alarmed when I opened it up. I insisted he knew nothing about my background. He pretended not to hear me as he sipped from his glass. He turned on the speaker, and I loved the sound. He danced while I sat and began to read. I'd never let anyone march me through the winter. He took his spot on the couch and began to question me about my eyebrows and who's my shirt printer. He spent hours out on the rubber working, and was offended when I said I had another distributor. I felt everything on me start to descend, and he smiled because he saw me in a new light. And between the two of us, there was nothing to mend. When I awoke, he could no longer move. I called the men with the large black bags. The crowds outside gasped and cried out. I stood outside and was trying not to gag. Mr. Kelly's body was taken in the hearse. I didn't know about all the ones he had left. In my mind, I started to hear him sing. As he poured out his very last beverage, I sat and read the book from the fling.